So hi guys, welcome back to the Power BI series. So far we have seen a lot of different visuals, cards, and we try to understand what exact information does visuals gives us. Alright, so we'll continue with our series. So if you want to understand further things, make sure you have already watched the previous videos. So let's start with our session. So in the last class we have seen that, so let's begin with our learning today. So we have built a lot of visuals, and on top of that, very important thing about the data before building visuals is like data preparation. It includes data cleaning, data transformation, and building models out of it. Okay, so we are going to try to understand Power Query Editor. It's an ETL tool. ETL stands for extract, transform, load. So what basically we do in ETL is that we extract data from a source, we transform it, nothing but we build things which was not there in the data, and we clean it, then we load that data to our Power BI desktop. Okay, so let's just let me open a new file to do so. So right now, as you can see, this is a blank file. So I want to take up a data and I want to transform it. I want to create columns out of it. I want to clean it. I want to do a lot of different things. Okay. So in order to do that, we have to go to Power Query Editor. All right. So let me just show you one thing. So I'm trying to load an Excel workbook. Here I have an Excel sheet called as Power Query Text Functions. All right. So if I click on it and if I click on Open, so here, if you notice here, these are the different sheets we have. Each sheet I have named it as conditional prefix. We'll talk about these things, but these are the different tables we got. Okay, so far we just know that if we want to work with our tables, we have to select it and we have to click load, right? So we are not going to click on load now. We are going to click on transform. When you click on transform data, this data goes to the Power Query Editor. There we do our data cleaning, data preparation, all those things, and then we'll load that data into Power BI desktop. Alright, so let's continue with our discussion. So I am selecting these data sets and we'll work on this one after the other. Okay, so right now I'm not clicking on load, I'm clicking on transform. So the moment I click on transform, as you can see, something new pops up. Okay, this is your Power Query Editor. It is an internal component of Power BI. Okay, so yeah, so this is, let me just walk you through with the environment. So we have home, transform, add, and on top of it we have the how we can connect with different data sets and what are the things we can apply, like cleaning column, deleting column, and we can group and split things, we can merge tables. So these are the main operations which you can find on home tab. Okay, so let's understand one by one. Okay, so first thing I will do, so I've clicked on text merge. So this is the data and this is the table name. Okay, you want to change the name, if you go here and change it, and it will change its name. And for the information, you cannot undo anything in here. If you click Ctrl Z, that won't work, but there is a way. This notes the steps. What am I trying to say is that whatever procedures you follow, it notes it down. So in order to you want to undo it, you just cross it, it will work like an undo. Right? So let's try to understand what do we see here. So I can see multiple issues. The first issue is that this data consists of null values, right? Every record has null values, and you can see even the column names are not perfect. So let's do one thing, unselect these null values. It's extremely easy, guys. Click on the drop down, unselect null values, and just click on OK, and null values are gone. Now the second thing, first row is supposed to be an header, but due to some data issues, the columns are not named after that. So we can handle that. So if you look on the top right side, you can see use first row as header. So the moment you click on use first row as header, first row is now considered as header. On top of it, if you notice this part of the screen, you can see change type, promoted header, filters. So let's understand how we can work it as undo. I am crossing this step. Data type has been changed. Headers are back to the normal. We got null values back. So this is how the undo thing works in Power Query. So let me do it, redo things quickly. Unselecting the null values, clicking OK, using first row as header. We are good to go. Alright, so what we are trying to learn here is that how can we merge these three columns in a single column. So what I want is that, so in the data you can see we have prefix, first name, last name. I want a column which stores the full name including prefix, everything. Alright, So what we are trying to do here is called merging the data. So right now if you just click on transform tab, here you will find something called as merge. Right now it's disabled. It will be enabled once you select multiple columns. How do you select those multiple columns? Hold Control and select columns in the same order which we want to merge. Okay, so I have selected first prefix, then first name, then last name. Then you can see now it is available. Now we are good to merge it. Okay, so once I click on merge, it is asking me how do you want to separate them. So Mr. space Abdul space Ahad. So that's how you want to separate it, right? So you want to separate it with space, and the new column name would be full name, and that is optional for the information. Full name, you can see it's optional, and I'll just click on OK. There you go, we got merged column. But sometimes our requirements are like that. We have 3 columns, you want to merge those 3 columns and create the 4th column, but you still want to see those 3 columns, right? But do you see those 3 columns here? No. So in order to do that, we need to do the same process from add column tab. Okay, it will do the same thing, but it will keep the original data and do the new apply the new function in a new column. As simple as that. So again I'm doing the same process, selecting the column in a order which I want to merge. Now if I click on this merge, and if I give the separator as space and column name full underscore name, and there you go, we have our previous data and we even have the merged data. So that's the first thing we have learned, called as merging multiple columns. Alright, I hope you guys are following. Next we have prefixes and suffixes. So again we have some data cleaning issues. We have null values, so let's filter them out. Unselect null and done. Okay, so right now I have this column called as age. So age is a column. In this age column, if you notice one thing, everyone, look at the cursor. Here you see ABC. Here you will see ABC again. Here you will see 1, 2, 3. So what is it trying to say? These things are talking about the data type of that column, the data type of this column. So let's see what are the data types Power Query offers us. Okay, so these are the different data types we have: decimal number, fixed decimal, whole number, percentage, and these are the different data types we have. Okay, so with this we can say that whenever you see ABC, it means it's a text column. Last name, it's a text column. Again numerical 1, 2, 3, it's a whole number. Alright, so that is the thing we can get out of it by the symbols. So what I want to do is that I want to add some kind of prefix to this age column. So I want to add a prefix, something comes before the whatever number we have. Okay, so if I go select the column, format, and here you will find add prefix. Okay, yeah, add prefix. So to this column I want to add prefix. So that column is age column. So I want to add a prefix like I am space 26. So the moment I hit enter, you can see earlier it was 1, 2, 3, now it became to ABC. Now it's a text column. Okay, so on top of it I want to apply a suffix. I have just applied prefix, so let's apply suffix as well. Select the column, go to format, suffix. I am 26 years old. Enter. There you go. We got suffix as well as prefix. So earlier we just had age. On top of it we have added prefix as well as suffix. Okay, so next we have split column. Okay, so one thing, if you notice, there is something like a speedometer here. Okay, you can see it is just partially filled. You have to fill it. So that is an indicator how clean your column is. Right now most of this is a blank, right? So it means the column is not clean. Once you hover on it, you can see 1% valid, no errors, but 989 records are empty, which is nothing but null. Okay, so whenever you clean that specific data, it gets full. There is no such thing as black here. If you notice in the both columns, there is nothing as such. Now on top of it, I want to split this column. So if you notice, we have a column called as shipping address. In that the information is stored like address, city, state. So first we have address. I want 3 different columns out of it. So what is the thing which is separating these 3 informations? We have comma. That comma is called as a delimiter. Okay, so I am going to take this data and I am going to split using that delimiter comma. I am going to say that wherever there is a comma, split it into multiple columns. As simple as that. Selecting the column, I am in transform tab. You can see the same information from home tab as well. here and transform and drop down. So we have different options, guys. Okay, first let's stick to the by delimiter. So there is a comma, right? So we are going to say that wherever there is comma, split it and create a new column out of it. So by delimiter, so Power Query is little smart. Okay, so it automatically understood that okay, there is a comma here and we have to split it at each occurrence of delimiter. Wherever there is a comma, split it wherever each occurrence of delimiter. So let's click on OK, and there you go, we have 3 different columns out of 1 column. Okay, so let's rename these columns. So this is my address, this is my city, this is my state. So this is how you rename the columns. All right, so far so good. So right now if you notice one thing, this Uttarakhand has some blank spaces in it, correct? So this might cause issues while we are trying to build any visuals out of it or trying to analyze it. Okay, so what we are supposed to do here is that I want to trim this thing. Wherever there is unnecessary spaces, trim them, remove them off. Okay, so I'll select the columns and I'll go to format and I'll trim it. So if you notice, earlier we had space here, now it's gone, so it's properly trimmed. Okay, so with this we understood that how to split a column. We had a single common delimiter, with that we were able to do it. Okay, so far so good. So next we have text, upper, lower and proper. Okay, now the issue with this we have is that we have to convert this first row as headers. So again let's do the part, use first row as header and done, and remove these null values. So what if you notice carefully, we have few names. Okay, Elizabeth Johnson, this is in caps lock and this is something which is in uppercase as well as lowercase. So we want to fix these cases, okay, so that it's readable and proper. So select the first column name, this is the column name I have selected, and if you go to transform and if you search for format, you will see lower, upper, capitalize. So I would prefer I would go with capitalize each word. It means first alphabet is going to get cap, and there you go. I just want to apply the same thing for last name as well, capitalize. All right, so here we have. Now I hope you all know how to merge this column. Now your assignment is to take this column, fix the fonts and merge it. Okay, then we have delimiter. So we have 2 different delimiters, if you notice, hash and @. So let's try to fix this. So I'm using first row as header and I will unselect drop down and I'll unselect the null and click on OK. Alright, so right now we have 2 different delimiters. Okay, first hash, then @. So let's see how we can figure this thing out. So we have different options here. So right now you can see split, number of characters, positions, lowercase to uppercase. Right now I am still going with delimiter. So first delimiter which it finds is hash. Okay, then wherever there is hash, split it. Okay, I'll go with OK, and again I'll do the same thing with this column. Wherever there is extract, split by delimiter, and now we have @ and we'll again split it. Okay, that's our third column. Okay, now we just saw how we can split when the 2 delimiters are different. Okay, so this is the thing. Then we have seen merge, prefix suffix, split, trim and all these things. Let's go with left, right and mid. Okay, so let's fix this first. Use first row as header and drop down and unselect the null values. So alright, so we are good. And if you notice one thing, just take a moment, pause the video and try to understand how many different informations do you get out of this order ID. So if you are done, so if you look, CA stands for a specific country. If you notice CA US, we have 2 alphabet code which talks about a country, and in the middle you can see 2018, 2017. We got year, in which year this specific order was placed, and in the end we have the sequence or any kind of ID. Okay, so with this we can understand that this specific single column gives us 3 different informations. 1, from which country the order was placed, 2nd, in which year it was placed, 3rd, the real ID. Okay, so we here want to extract these columns into different columns so that we can further analyze that country wise sales, year wise profit, something like that. Okay, so if you click on transform, and for the information we can do the same thing even from the transform tab as well as add column. The only difference is add column creates a column and does the operation, whereas transform column does it on the whole. Okay, so let's try to add column, and here we have, I want to extract. So length, I mean first let's say we have only 2 characters which is specific in all records. So first characters, okay, I want to extract first 2 characters. I'll click on OK. So only 2 characters were taken out and created a column. Now I can name it as country. Okay, country. Then in between there are 2 delimiters which are surrounded between 2018. So hyphen and hyphen. In between we have 2018, right? So let's try to do that. Extract text between delimiter. So we have 2 delimiters, hyphen, and I want to extract the text is between 2 delimiters. So text delimiter. So hyphen is the delimiter, again hyphen. Okay, starting and ending. And I'll click on OK. There you go. We were able to extract the year out of it. So let's name it as year. Okay, then we have next we have a specific ID. So that is after the last delimiter, and actually it consists of 6 characters. Okay, so selecting the column, extract last 6 characters, and there you go. We were able to extract last 6 characters. Okay, so let me rename this thing and I'll say this is the ID. So now with this thing we got to know that how we can fetch or split columns in new column with different informations in it. Okay, using left, right, mid and delimiters. Okay, so next comes conditional prefix. Again, this is the concept which is interesting, and try to focus on this thing a little bit. Let's fix these issues first. Use first row as header, unselect the null values. Alright, so if you look carefully, we have a column as gender, we have a column as marriage status. Okay, so I want to create a column for prefix, nothing but I want to give Mr., Mrs. or Miss. Okay, so with our terminologies we know that when a woman is married she is called as Mrs., when she is unmarried she is Miss, and men irrespective of married or unmarried he is considered as Mr. So this is a basic thing, we all are aware of it, right? So I want to create that, and I have 2 informations with it, gender as well as marriage. So I guess we can do now gender male and he's married, obviously Mr. Gender male single, Mr. Let's see, female married, Mrs. MRS. Okay, then female single, Miss. So that's the column I want to create here. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So technically we are trying to add a column, right? So you have to search the add column from add column tab, and here on top you can see we have conditional column. I want to give a condition. Okay, so the new column name would be prefix. So now when gender is equals to M, so we are going to compare it from a column. In a column gender, if there is anywhere M, in a new column it should give it as Mr. End of the discussion. We don't even have to check the gender now. Wherever marriage status, wherever there is male, done, Mr. So I want to add another clause. So wherever there is a marriage status is single, we're gonna call her as a Miss, or else Mrs. MRS. So we are done. So let's click on OK, and with this we got a conditional column. We created a column with our condition. Okay, so here we got that column prefix, and this is the different stuff. So these are the different data cleaning process which we can perform on text data. Okay guys, so to be precise, data can be classified into 3 things. Okay, text, numeric and date time. As simple as that. Text, numeric and date time. So even we have multiple terminologies in different domains. We call it integer, float in Python, we call it as text on different things. Different tools have their own terminologies. So okay, if you notice one thing here, if I go to my desktop, and if I click on data, there's no data in here yet. So what are we supposed to do? As I told you, we extract, we transform, then we load it, right? So we have option here, 3 options. So close and apply, apply, close. So if I click on close and apply, it will close Power Query Editor and it will apply all the changes which we have done to Power BI desktop. That's the one thing. Second thing, apply. Whatever things you have done it here, it will apply it, but it won't close this Power Query Editor. Okay, then we have close. It will just close it. It won't apply whatever things you have done here. Okay, so right now the appropriate thing which I think is close and apply. So let me click on close and apply, and depending on the depending on the size of data and your laptop's configuration, it will take some time. All right, so we have all those tables with the transformations which we have performed. So look, we have the column, we have those extracted informations, we have merged information, we have prefix and suffix with its things, and we have splitting, we have delimiters, and we have everything. So this is the part of where we have seen what are things, or what are the kind of things we usually do with the help of text information. How do we clean text? All right. So in this video, we just saw that what are the different scenarios which we can create while cleaning a text information. So in the coming videos, we are going to see how we can clean date informations and numerical information. So we all know that numerical columns gives a lot of informations, and we should be very careful while cleaning numerical informations. So we'll see that in our next sessions. If you haven't watched my previous videos, please do watch. If not, these things might not make sense to you. So please go through the previous videos and please subscribe for the latest videos. Thank you for watching.